What's up, guys? Night Thrasher. Just bringing you Lols, which is the Labyrinth of Lost Souls. And this is Amazon Fury 2 DLC 13, game update 44. The devs are tripping. Okay, it's just crazy. It's difficult. You're gonna get lost a bunch of times. I mean, you know, I need to stress that to you. You're gonna get lost a bunch of times. Guys, stick to it. You can do this because a lot of people are quitting instances within the first couple rooms, and there's like 8 different ones. That's the basis of the mechanics, is that you really are in a labyrinth and you can get lost, and you can, you know, see you know, different instances every time. It's kind of like the mechanics from Trigon's DLC with Tunnel of Lust, you know, except way better, way cooler, not so easy to figure out. It's not like with that one you could pretty much, you knew what to expect, you knew what was going to happen, you know, it was easy to pretty much figure out the rooms. This is on another level, okay? Minotaur is the main boss, okay? And in this room here, by the way, if you enjoy the video, please drop a like, share the video. I need people to share videos, please, and comments and stuff. Let me know what you think, any tips you may have that I might not cover. But basically, oh, and hit my Twitter. Anyway, basically, in this room with the Minotaur, right, those holes in the ground, that's not whack-a-mole. You feel me? Now, I was making the mistake of staying on that side for way too long, okay? So you need to keep it tight, keep it in the middle. Those spikes out of the top, they come out of the bottom, out of those holes, like I said. And you see there, it will be easy to get knocked out. So shields, I mean, pop those, you know, constantly, because reviving someone in the shields, I haven't seen it happen yet. At least not that much. You know, I think I maybe seen it once, but it's almost pretty much impossible. So unless you want to continue wiping like we did a million freaking times, yeah, that's what I would suggest, you know. Well, there, he revived me right there. Feet! Anyway, in this room, that's pretty much the bulk of it, because he's gonna charge you and lunge at you, so you gotta be prepared for that. Just watch for the skull. He'll target people and randomly jump at those people. Then he'll knock you. And even once you're in the spikes and you're trying to get up, you'll be knocked back a bunch. So anyway, in this next room, this one is, I like to call, you know, used to be OP, but I took an arrow to the knee. Haha. Lols. And this one is, I mean, I'm not sure exactly yet, except what I do know is that there's light shafts that come up out of the those pads on the ground, and you have to stand on the one that's for you, although it's only, I think, 4 people out of the group that are randomly selected. So you will not probably, you may not get it, so just be careful. If you see arrows, you know, come down on you, just try to move, hit your block to break out, and then if you try them and nothing happens, then just stay away, you know, like I'm a little too close in this instance, but try to stay back a little bit. You want to keep those guys to that wall to the left of me. And when you see the little circle on the bottom and the red arrow, just block and stay away from people, because it's like got an AoE damage. And you know, like I said, you're gonna get lost a bunch. I mean, that's just gonna happen. There's sort of a system to it, but I can't really say yet until I've done it a few more times. And I'll try to maybe do you guys let me know in the comments if you want to see an updated, you know, guide to this once I know more. That little switch, if you can see it, that was back on the right, it's like the little magnifying glass. If you go back and look at it, I'm not sure exactly what that does. I'm pretty sure it opens this little invisible shield to my right, but I don't know what that does exactly for us in here, like if it's good or bad yet. Obviously we didn't figure that out or notice it at first. So back in this room again. I mean, this one was really difficult. I mean, there's lots of footage that I cut out of us having to wait LFG and do LFGs because people were leaving, you know. I was really surprised that we kept the group together as long as we did and actually made it all the way through. Okay, so not trying to sell you here, but this would be the perfect month to go legendary, okay? So keep that in mind. Sorry for all the noise in the background. Kids outside playing. Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, keep these guys in the corner. One thing I will tell you is there's these ads now are the shades, and I'm not talking about Ray-Bans. These are basically like these undead, you know, people or whatever from Hades, and you know, they're just coming at you constantly. You know, stuns, definitely pack the stuns, use those as much as possible. And you know, this one actually, this is the Minotaur as well. Just keep them in the corner. I think tanking in this DLC is going to be really crucial. There's some other details I'm not going to go into right now about some of the other raids involving tanking, but I'll go over that once I do actual videos on that. If you hear popping and cracking inside the audio on this video, it's because there was a lot of kids outside playing and stuff by the window, so I had to mute and unmute, you know. Whew, man, all of this running around has made me so thirsty. Why don't we take an intermission? How about that? Let's all go to the lobby. Delicious. You guys got a favorite treat? Mine is peanut butter cups. I don't know what it is, I just love them. And popcorn. Oh, I love popcorn. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Now to pause and refresh. And now back to Night Thrasher, already in progress. Okay, so in this room, if you see off in the back, far distance, there's just like this little face on the wall. There's two different ones, one on the left, one on the right. These are like some sort of, I don't know, statue faces. I don't know if they're supposed to be fountains coming out of the wall, I'm not sure. But basically, you activate those, but I think what we figured out was that on the left side, we keep them next to one of them, and I think somehow when we activate that object, it allows it to somehow cleanse them or weaken them. The circle around me with the arrow, obviously that's an AoE damage. You don't want to get next to the person, or and it also just block, and that usually will take it away. Now in that room, they actually are, you're trying to keep them from moving the blocks around. This room I like to call, I used to be OP till I took an arrow to the knee. Anyway, in this one, there's pads on the floor, and basically you need to stand on one and see if it lights up, okay? Now, it's 4 people, I believe, that get this, randomly picked. And if it's not you, then just stay off the pads. Otherwise, you're gonna get that barrage of arrows, and yeah, you're gonna die real quick. So once you do that, I'm assuming that it somehow weakens them or does something, obviously, to, you know, help you get rid of these ads here. But very important to be careful. Shields, again, shields are just so useful in this whole content, really. Those switches, you know, I'm not sure exactly what they're used for. I know it opens that wall. I think it opens, as a matter of fact, yes, it opens you up to the next room. Yeah, it's very important you block when you see that circle, and stay away from others, because you will get ill. For sure. I lost on all the loot drops. Okay, moment of truth, people. This is the final stage. This is the last boss. This is the Big Nacho. Okay, so if you see over to the left the little glowing box, that is a treasure box. There's a feed attached to that. Don't know if the devs have fixed the issue with some of the drop ratio, but you know, you'll have to see when you get in there. Right here to the left and right of this main wall in front of me are two switches, just like the other ones I showed you earlier, and those switches hold prisoners back. He calls them out and they will jump on you and throw you a beating. And over to my right in the corner, you will at some point get, or you may get, a conflagration mark or something like that, and you need it to be cleansed. You would go over to that pool in the corner. I'll mark it right there, and that's the way you cleanse that. Also, there is on the left side of me in the corner a statue that is being destroyed. If you gotta see, it's there right there in the right corner, a piece of it's there. You gotta reassemble that, or else, you know, things like that happens. See, he's over there trying to destroy it, so. Okay, so this time I tried to man the switches, but it didn't quite work out that well. Got too zoned out trying to do my combos. I forgot about the most important part. But we still made it through though, so that's pretty cool. I think the other most important piece of advice I can give you on raids like these, especially these new ones, man, don't give up, man. I mean, you got them pug groups, you know, and that's what you're gonna have to do a lot unless you have a really solid league. You got a lot of, you know, T6 players that actually have the DLC or have legendary, which a lot of people are going legendary this month for this, obviously. But you know, don't give up. Don't just, you know, jump in and jump out. And, you know, I mean, just speaking honestly, you know, there's guys, you may have finished it already, you may know what to do, you feel me? But don't, you know, don't jump in if you know that most of these people don't know what they're doing, and then you're just gonna say, well, I ain't got time for this, you know, because that's, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to each his own. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? But for me, you know, I adopt noobs, so you know what I'm saying. I adopt myself. People adopt me. Alright, y'all, that's it. I think I did pretty good on damage in this, especially considering everything, being new to it, and the fact that, you know, of course, Rage has been nerfed and kind of sucks, but I still like the power, you know what I mean? But I might respec at some point. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Drop those likes, man. Subscribe for more content if you're new to the channel, so you can see more awesome videos like this. And as well, share the video. That's really important, you know what I mean? And hit me up on Twitter. Alright, love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all. There's also going to be future Cersei gear. There's 2 Wonder Woman sets new